Alright, I don't normally do this, so this is a little comparison video, Farkle's video, whatever you want to call it. What you have here is two different DR650s and two different setups. You have what I like to call a light adventure bike versus a heavy dirt bike. So looking at Brant's here, he's got the C. Bailey's screen, he's got the D606 tires, still running stock seat, did upgrade for the Pro Taper handlebars, and he's got the upgraded suspension, the Cogent suspension. I haven't really decided to do that suspension yet, only because I do a lot of forest roads and stuff, and that suspension is great for off-road. It's actually good for on-road too, but you know, I'm not as hardcore about it as what Brant is. Now you have mine, and I went with the Kenda K760 tires. Number one, they're cheap, but number two, it's a good 50-50 type tire. It gives pretty good traction. I mean, obviously I'm up here, so that tells you something. I too went with the Pro Taper handlebars, but I also have bar risers in here, 1-inch bar risers, to bring my arms up a little bit, to make it a little bit more comfortable for the road. I had to dump that stock seat and go with the Sergeant seat. Boy, oh boy, that stock seat had to go quick. Matter of fact, I think I had it on there much longer than a week or two after I got the bike. And I'll put a picture up of the bike when it was stock. Anyway, so I'm still running the stock suspension. I got the Cortec bag. I also have the Wolfman Peak tail bag. It just wasn't big enough, so I needed something with a little bit more space, so I went with this one instead. Of course, I got my grip heaters, just because, you know, I got sensitive hands. And I want to make sure that they stay nice and warm when it gets a lot cooler. Now we both went with the Supermoto type front fenders, which is much better for highway, because on the highway the stock fenders, the wind will actually blow around a little bit and shake your bars at higher speeds on the highway. I went with the Parabellum type rally screen. I like my screen to be a little bit more vertical than what the C. Bailey's has to offer. And of course you still have the gap under here, so you don't have to worry about that wind creating that low pressure zone there. But other than that, the two bikes are pretty much identical. Well, actually not really. This is one thing I'm definitely going to do for mine, but I figured I'd wait until Christmas, so my wife has something to get me for Christmas, is go with the FMF pipe. It's got a nice sound. It's not too obnoxious. And then of course Brant also did the carb modification, and I'm still running stock. So, but for the most part, that's the DR650s. Like I said, it's a very light adventure bike or a very heavy dirt bike. You know, it all depends on how you want to set it up.